The next question, the member for Ottawa South.
Thank you very much, Speaker. My question's for the Premier. Watched the Grey Cup game last night. It was a great game. Yeah. And, you know, we watch a lot of football in the Fraser household. And this season, there's one thing that stands out above everything else. And that's the millions and millions and millions of dollars that the Premier is spending on ads to convince us that everything is just rosy here in Ontario. The truth is, that's not the experience of families.
Order.
6 years later, it's harder for them to put food on the table, to buy clothes for their kids, to pay the rent, to pay the bills, just to find a family doctor. So, Speaker, through you, when 2.5 million Ontarians don't have a family doctor, how does the Premier justify spending millions and millions and millions of dollars on ads to tell everyone in Ontario, as he would say, that everything is just peachy keen?
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, through you, to the member opposite for that question. Mr. Speaker, you know, we're very aware and have been for some time that the cost of living is impacting many families in Ontario. That's why we moved so early in 2022 to cut the gas tax, Mr. Speaker, to take the tolls off the 412, 418, to take off the driver's license fees. We acted very early. And just a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Speaker, we tabled the fall economic statement. And what was in there? There was another gas tax cut. There were taxpayer rebates so that people who are struggling today will get the relief they deserve today. And which way did the Liberal Party vote? They voted against it. They voted against helping struggling families in this province. They voted against a gas tax cut. They voted against providing relief to the struggling families of Ontario. Mr. Speaker, this is a party that will never relent helping put more money back in the pockets of Ontario.
The supplementary question.
Speaker, maybe if the finance minister spent a fraction of the money spending on these ads on finding the 13,000 people in his riding who don't have a family doctor, we'd all be better off. So these ads, they're putting gambling ads to shame.
Order.
Speaker, here, let's do this. What if I told you there was a place where families are just struggling to keep their heads above water?
Government side, come to order.
2.5 million people didn't have a family doctor, where twice as many people were being treated in hallways in hospitals, and where 11,000 people died on a wait list last year. So maybe a little closer to home. So, Speaker, what if I told you there was a place where almost 100,000 people didn't have a family doctor, and that 15,000 of those people were children? Well, Premier, it's where you live, Etobicoke. So, Speaker, how can the Premier justify wasting millions of dollars on his orgy of feel-good ads while so many children in his own backyard don't have a family doctor?
Yeah, I'm going to caution the member on his choice of words and also remind him to make his comments through the chair. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Health.
You know, with the greatest of respect, Speaker, and I hope you agree with me, there's a way to have a debate without using inappropriate words in this chamber. So imagine a place.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock. So, the House will come to order. I need to be able to hear the Minister of Health. She has the floor. A question was posed to her. I think the House wants to hear her response. Start the clock. Minister of Health.
Speaker, imagine a place in 2015 where the Liberal government of the day cut 50 medical seats. We would have an additional 450 physicians trained and practicing in the province of Ontario. Now imagine a...
Stop the clock. The member for Don Valley East will come to order. The member for Glengarry Prescott Russell will come to order. The Minister of Labour, Immigration, Training and Skills Development will come to order. Minister of Health, start the clock.
Or we wouldn't have to be playing catch-up, and 450 physicians would have been trained and practicing in the province of Ontario.
Response?
Fast forward, we now have licensed.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do, but I'm sorry. Time's up.